Chapter 12, 12:25 a.m. Officially into the next day, after midnight. I don't know if we were before. If we were, I never pointed it out, but let's get into this thing. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Poor man can't take anymore. I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and they were already gone. But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. I don't. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there were those other twists, too. Like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just a coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. Well, she. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter? It's actually a nice guy. Nice way to think. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter, it's not my daughter, it's an innocent person. I don't want him to be killed. Good for you. What the hell? Who's saying that? Is that Cabanela? Yep, I could tell from the extended letters. Miss me, baby? Inspector Cabanela. Please stop. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. Say it! The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. I thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Why? Why? Really? What the hell? What the hell are those guys? Why wouldn't you just block it back up? Detective Jowd, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. The beautiful love between a teacher and student, it brings a tear to my eye. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanela, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know 2 things to be true and 2 things only. 1, he was given the death penalty, and 2, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? But you didn't. You hauled him here. If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. Oh, it's him. But Detective Jowd...
I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be.
But... Okay. There was another speech bubble before. I guess that's gone now. Oh well. Right. I mean... The hell... What? Should I talk to... him? I can't just move into him and then move elsewhere. If I want to go there, I have to talk.
My poor Amelie, is she alright?
Actually, the girl that was kidnapped is named Camilla.
Why is the dream talking to me in my head again?
Wait a minute, Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door? Yes, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. Maybe they really did get it mixed up just because they're next door, but I don't know.
No, not me. My wife. It's complicated. She's fucking another man. Probably several.
I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart, what with him being so busy. Yeah, I bet you're right.
Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head.
Okay, I can't really do anything else here. Oh, I can. Okay, I just had to maneuver it perfectly. And not hit his core, so I can move over to her too. According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Huh? And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake instead? I guess it was a mistake. Because I obviously seemed that way at first, but after a while, with all the connections, I wasn't so sure, but it seems to have been a mistake. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Oh, right, you asked her to bring the music box. Camilla. Oh, poor Camilla. Can I control the spears, please? You can talk to him.
So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping?
Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter.
That's terrible. What's their demand?
The carrying out on your execution, tonight.
Ha ha ha. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple.
It's not that simple.
Why not?
Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla.
What? Camilla?
I checked it out for myself, I'm positive.
No, it can't be.
And by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about?
Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her, I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight.
For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering, you stupid asshole. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is your own. Is yours. Is it true what Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know?
To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first.
And I don't really fully trust the account that we saw. It's pretty messed up if that's what happened, but could have been something else, you never know.
I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla, just the two of them.
Could have also been a ghost involved, doing some tricks, so the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible.
Camilla told me about it, she was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move.
Sounds like a ghost trick.
It's been 5 years since then, I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma, there's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before.
The powers of the dead, right? That day in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. You keep saying that when it's just her. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. No! Stop saying that! It's just her!
This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was.
Detective Jowd, there's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die?
Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption.
The first was, of course, the firing of the gun.
Right, that was an antique gun I'd had on display for years.
So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday.
And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid.
Cupid? Goes up, catches on fire. It's supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around, but it did spin, apparently. Okay, I thought we were gonna see what actually happened again, but no, we saw what was supposed to happen, and it would have been nice and festive, but no, alas.
I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in.
What kind of adjustment?
The gun, of course.
The gun, eh? Come to think of it. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall.
Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking.
So that gun really did shoot Alma.
I hid the gun before I went to the police.
So it was the contraption that did it, but it was somebody else at work, so it's a little bit of both. So it's not Camilla's fault.
I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective.
What, you mean?
And that detective still thinks it's a music box.
So that's what was in the box, huh?
I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police, my own pistol.
Wouldn't they be able to tell that the bullet didn't come from that gun? Can't you tell those things? Maybe they can't tell exactly that, I don't know. Detective Jowd, is that what you told us? Is what you told us just now true?
Yes, of course.
In that case, there's still time.
Still time?
Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. What does any of this have to do with me? How does this all tie together? I have no idea. Sound a little selfish there, like, what does this have to do with me? But I didn't mean it like that.
Where is that music box now?
In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there.
That gun is important evidence. You'd better go pick it up.
Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sis'll take care of Detective Jowd. Oh, that's really weird, seeing her looking right at the fucking screen. Ew. That looks freaky. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. And yet again, I say easy enough for you to say.
What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me, and especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up?
Well, fuck you, man.
The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate?
Quite possibly. I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it'll be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Okay. Where am I? I'm here.
Talk, again,
I guess.
Most likely the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped.
But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it.
Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister.
Prove it how? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here.
If we call from here, right, but a telephone works in both directions.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost.
Yes?
I have to admit I don't like depending on others, but you're the only one who can change the situation.
Gee, Detective.
For these past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me?
I'll try. Key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter, but is there a way? Go there. Let's go. I guess... Is that... Yeah, Ladies Red apartment, not Lady Red. The Ladies Red apartment. And there's little Amelie, still sick in bed. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight is related back to me in some way, and I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Well, shit. That was an entire chapter in one video. There weren't even any puzzles. It was just story. Okay. We haven't had a Lynn death in a little while. She's had 4, right? Or has it been 5? I don't know, but it's been a little while. I'm waiting for her to die again. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess I don't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it's brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel. You're a terrible person. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. I hate you! Oh shit. As you should. Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. And we'll do that next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.